Welcome back to another Confessions from the Darkside. Today, today, guys, we are going to be doing another mental health check-in for the upcoming holiday for Christmas. So not going to be too heavily on movie topics, anything like that. This is a check-in with you guys, but as of as of what we normally do, we always have a disclaimer at the beginning. This disclaimer is going to be a little bit different, but before we get into that, I'm Lunar Rising.
And I'm Darcy Darkness.
And as for the disclaimer, guys, a little different than before, but we are full of adult content in this podcast. And in this series of podcasts, we will get real. We will tackle things others may not. We live in a world where it doesn't even know where to be or how to be. And this can be confusing. If mental health issues are a trigger for you, then please feel free to skip this one. But this is a part of us, and we know how difficult life can get. And this time of the year exacerbates, and it can make you feel like you have no one to turn to. Well, look no further. We are here, and we can help you with that burden. We are all one big, unconventional family here at Confessions from the Darkside, and we welcome you today to just put your feet up and just have a listen to what we have been through and what we go through and how we overcome these things. Or do we still have things that niggle at us? Of course we do. We are only human after all.
Yes, and that's one of the things that we basically speak about every time we do a check-in like this, that we're only human after all, and there's only so much that we can do, and if people expect you to be more, then that's their problem, not your problem, and please don't let them let you carry that burden because that's how they think you should be, because that's bullshit. So
Guys, it is coming up to this lovely Christmas holiday. You know, it's supposed to be the most happiest time of the year for a lot of us. We know that's not always the case. We know that this time can be stressful, it can be emotionally taxing, and it can honestly bury you from head to toe in guilt, stress, depression. But we want you guys to know that we are here. We are here for you guys to talk to. Darcy and I have been through our own struggles, our own problems. We are here for each other through and through. And we will always be here for you guys just as much as her and I will always be here for each other. It's definitely one of those things to where, you know, we've always said in our last couple mental health checkups that if you guys need anybody to talk to, please feel free to reach out to us. We just want to know how you guys are doing. We want to check in on you, whether it's through a comment on YouTube or Spotify or whatever it may be, or even just sending Darcy and I both direct messages. Whatever it may be, we are here for you guys. We'll keep the community line open. 24/7 as best as we can. Her and I live two opposite sides of the world. If you can't get a hold of me, it's probably because I'm sleeping, but at that time, she'll probably be up. You can get a hold of her. If you can't get a hold of her, she may be sleeping, which immediately you can get a hold of me because then I'm normally up. So it kind of actually makes a pretty good thing because, no matter how you look at it, one of us is going to be up or both of us are going to be up, and we're going to be willing to talk to you guys no matter what it is. Even if you guys come at us, with something that we may not be able to handle. For ourselves, we will discuss it just between Darcy and I. It will never leave our community. It will never leave our conversations. And then we will best fit to try to help or give the best advice that we can. But it will never leave between Darcy and I for anything.
it's just sometimes people feel that they don't have that someone to talk to, and someone who's like objective and is not part of what the things that may be going on in your life. And there's so many different places here in the UK that you can phone and speak. I've never wanted to do it, but I know people who have done it, and they phoned Samaritans and Calm and all that. But for me, if you have a hobby that you enjoy so much that you can totally immerse yourself into, like we have the podcast, but I also love to do research. I also game and I also write. So I have something that I use for when I'm feeling the way, if like recently I've been told that I'm going to have to go through all this invasive testing and stuff as I did when I was first sick, when I had my first big flare up before they knew I had lupus. Because they fucked up this time again, I'm going to have to go through all that shit again. So therefore, being told that I'm going to have to go through all that stuff but it literally destroyed my life. It literally destroyed my brain. It destroyed everything because it was constant testing, going all over the fucking place to find out no fucking answers about what other conditions that I may have. Why the fuck's this happening? Why I can't eat solid food anymore? Why do I projectile vomiting like I'm audition for the fucking Exorcist? Do you know what I mean? Every single morning, like waking up in incredible chronic pain that's got nothing to do with lupus on its own. It's flare-ups of every other autoimmune condition that I have. So I've had a few weeks of, well, anger, and I may have ignored people and literally switched off from everybody and didn't want to speak to anybody. When I go silent, then there's a fucking problem. And you found that out. Because when I don't speak to anybody and I'm online, but I'm not acknowledging anyone, it means that I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't even want to talk to myself. So I've been
Yeah,
there,
I definitely did
and
find that out.
I can be incredibly blunt at the best of times. But last week I was very blunt, it was not even like sassy, it was savage the way I was talking to people. And it's not that, yes, I can be savage, but I think you know exactly what I'm talking about when I said, if you can't stand the heat, get out of my fucking kitchen. I said it on my stream while I
To
was
me,
playing the
nonetheless,
game. Yeah,
guys.
it was to him, no one else. So I have been through a lot of things, and having a physical health condition, I'm being autistic and processing stuff. It affects your mental health big time. People just, again, don't get it. When you have a physical health problem, it can affect your mental health as well because you can't do the things you did before. So I'm well aware that everybody has their own shit and everybody is going through different things. But sometimes you just to know that someone would be there for you like you are for them. You don't always get that option. Sometimes it's a one-way thing. And I have found that with some people in my personal life, that it's always about them. And when you've got a problem, they don't fucking want to know. And that's why I don't even tell half the people, like, what the fuck's going on, because I don't see the fucking point in repeating myself constantly for them not to fucking listen. So that's why we thought it would be a good idea to do these podcasts and check-ins, especially around about this time of year, because it is the most loneliest time of the year. It's not a nice time of year. And the pressures of this time of year, it's just, there's no need for it. There really isn't. People should just be just accepting of how people want to celebrate the holidays or not celebrate the holidays. Don't drag them into your personal shit. For one, if someone's not comfortable with talking about shit, just walk the fuck away or just don't fucking talk about it. Simple as that. Suit your fucking self. It sounds like people are being selfish and I'm being selfish saying this, but see the amount of years that I've worried about what someone might actually think if I don't do something that's for them at this time. That can eat you up, cause anxiety, and make you ill anyway. And is it worth it? No. So that is why we keep saying, if you don't want to email or anything, we do have a Discord. I have my own personal Discord. It is on my Twitch, and you can click on it and you can add yourself into it. It will come through to me, and obviously I'll add. And we have our own, but we've not actually set up that just for our community yet. But we said we probably would. So if you want to go in there and talk to someone about it, then it's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's like if you feel that you don't have anybody, well, look no further, you do. You just need to reach out to us, as we've said to us plenty. Might not know what you're going through, but we can be there to listen. Because sometimes that's just what you need.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We're here for you guys. Kind of touch a little bit about Darcy being a little savage with me. I didn't know exactly what was going on. She kind of went radio silent for like 2 days,
Which is a
and
lot, by the way, for us.
yes, it is a lot. So I didn't exactly know exactly what was going on, and I was a persistent bastard.
You came across very
Messaging her.
stalkery, I like a bit. Now I know what it feels when I do that to you.
But it kind of made me think, what did I do or what's going on? What's wrong? She eventually told me, but it was a matter of
It's private.
we messaged each other. Yeah, we messaged each other so much that when I didn't hear from her for a day and a half because she literally messaged me at like 2 o'clock in the morning about something with the podcast. And then I didn't hear from her for a day and a half, if not a little bit longer. Now she is 5 hours ahead, so 2 o'clock in the morning is my time and 7 for her. And when I didn't hear, I got worried. I figured something was wrong. I said something or just something had happened, and I was being a persistent stalking bastard, and I wanted to know what was going on.
And then you got savagely tuned out on a
Yes, and then I got chewed out in her
on a
live
stream.
stream, which Which, if you guys don't know, a lot of people probably would have been butthurt about it, but I know how to take Darcy. And I know that, she had just told me that stuff's going on. So, I knew stuff was going on when I was talking, and even when she was talking to somebody else in the stream. It just wasn't necessarily fooling me, but I got the blunt of it, and she knows that I can take it, and she knows that it'd be better to be blunt with me than to end up hurting somebody else's feelings, especially when she's on live stream, and she's been doing an amazing job with that. And but regardless, I was still there for her, even though I was persistent in getting her to talk. But
I love how you call it persistent.
yes,
Oh,
I was
you
being a
eventually
stalking
would.
asshole.
You're being a stalking asshole. That came from him, not from me. I did not call him the asshole. I just did say it was very stalkery a bit. But now I know how to, like, when I come up with the idea and then I literally, it went from like what kind of, it wasn't even one word answers. It was just like nothing. So now
Yeah,
you
it
know
was nothing.
that, especially this time of year, music's a trigger for me because you go into shops. I tend not to go into shops anyway these days. Songs are a trigger. Movies are a trigger. Memories are a trigger. January's my dad's anniversary on the 27th of January, and I always feel really weird. And now that I lost my mum last year, it just it's not even just alone you feel. It's the weirdest feeling. It's like it doesn't feel like they existed ever. Weird that that part of my life is gone, and I don't think it's just. Again, I don't think it's an autism thing. I think it may just be the way I kind of process things because obviously I was undiagnosed for such a long time that I've had to like adapt myself, which is a horrible thing. And I would wish if anybody really thinks that they may have autism or ADHD or anything like that, or if they think something is wrong with them, I would really say go speak to someone about it because there is help out there. And if you are autistic or you have ADHD or you have any sort of mental health problems, knowing what you have is easier to explain than saying to people that you're feeling really anxious or depressed because people just think you've got the weepies, as they fucking call it. It's really fucking annoying. Or you're just a wee bit sad. No, this is not just a wee bit fucking sad. This is more like I'm going to go on a rampage and kill a bunch of fucking people because no one is listening. That's what it feels like sometimes. So if you feel like maybe you think you may have something like that wrong with you, I would advise to try seek help and get a diagnosis. I know it's incredibly difficult to get a diagnosis no matter where you are in the world because of the resources are basically at their max, I think, for most places, because people are now realizing that a lot more people are on the spectrum or a lot more people do have ADHD or mental health problems and they've went undiagnosed, and that can cause even more anxiety. For me, that it definitely has caused anxiety because, again, I could keep thinking of if I was diagnosed in school, I would have a different life. I would have had support at school. I could have went to university earlier rather than later on in my life. I could have started my life earlier. I could have been doing something I really enjoyed as a career rather than, being, even though we're being sick, I could have literally overcame that rather than not. And there's lots of things, again, this time of year makes me think about stuff that I didn't do rather than the stuff that I have done. See, like lots of people sometimes get regrets at this time of year because you're going into a new year and stuff and putting all the past behind you and all that BS. It's basically one day. Nothing really is going to change in that one day, in my honesty, for me. The 31st happens and then it's just this ticking time bomb to the 1st of January, then it all starts again. And you'll be in the same position next year, year after that, the year after that, the year after that. All we can say to you is that shit happens, life happens, but if you can't handle it, I'm not going to tell you to get the fuck out of my kitchen and this. It's more of a reach out to us.
Yeah, guys. I mean, definitely reach out to us. I mean, if you guys are going through a tough time, just, reach out to us. We're here to talk to. But if you guys do catch yourself being a little down and out and a little stressed, do yourself a favor. Go read a book, listen to music, take a few deep breaths, and just think about everything that, has made this time of year joyous to you, whether it may be spending time with family you don't get to see that often, spending time with your little ones, or just happy memories of, better times, whatever it may be. Everybody needs a little pick me up from time to time, but if you just can't seem to like get out of that little funk that you're in, please message us. I mean, we'll be here to listen. We'll be here to talk to. We'll be here to, enjoy each other's conversation and company. And you don't have to go at it alone.
Yep. That's one of the things that people still, I think it's people that are maybe my age and possibly older, that we came from a time that people didn't really talk about their feelings. And I'm doing the like air quotes because it's pretty much what it was like. No one talks about their feelings. You just have to fucking bottle it up. That's how people go on rampages and go falling down and go off on one. And it's more acceptable now for you to talk about it rather than, and that's when people used to say like men don't talk about their feelings, which is absolute bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. You're a fucking human being. Everybody has fucking feelings. People all have anxieties and they all have stresses, no matter if you're male or female. And it shouldn't matter the sex of you to talk about it or not, or feel ashamed about it. You shouldn't have to feel ashamed about how you're feeling or not feeling or how this time of year affects you. It shouldn't matter. And that's what we always say. At this time of year, it's probably one of the falsest times of the year where people act like they didn't do before. And when I used to ask the question, why do you act this way now? When you can act like that all throughout the year, why do you fucking wait to this time of year? Why put this falseness on? Why put this fucking, like, this veil over you like you're always this nice and you're just exceptionally nice this holiday and all that shit. I would rather someone was nice all the time rather than one time a year where they're probably stabbing you in the back in their head. So if you feel that that's what happens to you at this time of year with relatives or friendships or anything like that, maybe when you get into the new year, you should maybe start making decisions about cutting these people out of your life. I have done it, and it's probably one of the best decisions I have ever made, was to cut out people who cause a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of heartache, and they don't have your best interests. So I don't understand why you'd want to carry around not just them as baggage, but their baggage along with it. So it's okay to turn around and say fuck off or fuck you because we have one life to lead. And why the fuck would you want to ruin precious moments of your life on people like that who make you feel like shit about yourself and don't have your back? And the holidays bring out these tunts everywhere. Every single wee nook and cranny, they all fucking come out and expect you to be fucking nice to them because it's fucking Christmas. It makes no sense, does it? Being nice to someone at Christmas time. And it's just like, why can't you not be nice all of the time? Why? And having explained to my son sometimes that people are so false because he can't see it and he just wants to see the kind of good in people. I just, again, hopefully he still has that kind of, doesn't see things at face value. But there's going to be some idiot out there who's going to just crush his spirit. There always fucking is one, isn't there, who just doesn't like
Yeah, there is.
be themselves. And that's what I wish for the future that it's not like that. But please don't pander to people as well. Don't feel like you have to pander to someone. If you say you have like for me, I was the one who would cook Christmas dinner for everyone. By the time it got around to me eating it, did I eat Christmas dinner? No, you've been standing there for days making like the perfect desserts and the perfect starters, the perfect mains, and then all the fucking sides because a few people want different sides. They don't want to eat like the roast potatoes and the mashed potatoes. They want fucking these elaborate fucking sides that don't want to fucking make themselves. They want you to make them. So there's all that, and then it's like finding the space for all these people as well, especially if you have a small house. I don't live in a relatively big house. So trying to find everybody, I don't have a table that would fit. Literally everybody's sitting in their laps, and then you always get someone complaining that you're not sitting at a fucking table. There's always people nitpicking everything and not wanting to say, oh, thanks for this meal. I really appreciate you taking all this time to stand about and make this and plan this for months. And also trying to get like the best deals so I can give my family like the best meal, like especially because we eat a lot of like beef, like rib roast and stuff. We'd always get like a 3 or 4 bone in rib roast. We're not doing that this year because we don't celebrate like obviously this time of year. Obviously we celebrate it differently. But don't feel like you have to go out your fucking way for people either. Whatever you plan will be nice. If they choose to be with you and choose to be with you to celebrate the holidays and not just, be false, then that's fine. But just don't pander. Go out of your way to fucking make someone happy because see the person you're trying to make happy, that one person, it doesn't matter if you do anything for them, they're still going to be unhappy. They're still going to see fault in everything you fucking do. And then they might not say it then, but they'll say it the next day or the next week, and then they'll make you feel like shit about it. So, from personal experience, do what you want. If people are going to come celebrate with you, then that's fine. But you can also show them the fucking door. when they can't behave themselves. I have chucked people out of my house, including my own mother when she was living, because she was being a bitch. I know she's no longer on this planet, but she was a troll, and she trolled me to the point of tears one Christmas, where I phoned my DNA sharer and said, "Come get her now," because she's not setting foot back in my house if she talks to me like that. And it was not a nice year. And I stopped speaking to her for ages because she wouldn't apologise for things. And this is one of the things that annoys me when someone does things to you at this time of year. They never fucking apologise either. They expect you to fucking apologise even though you're not in the wrong. And they are. I don't know if Luna has ever experienced family like this, because you get Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's like Thanksgiving, everybody usually you see in American movies and TV shows, there's always like fights and stuff. And then it's the meal, and then people get drunk, and then the fun starts to happen. So this year it's just a normal day to us. And I'm glad that I'm not going out of my way to do things for a holiday that's not even mine. So again, celebrate it your way. And don't listen to the outside influences that obviously are trying to make things, well, they're trying to sabotage you in any sort of way. And they seem to stay to this time of year to sabotage you, even though they're probably doing it throughout the year. And that's why I always say, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. So this check-in for our community to see how everybody's getting on, and like Luna had said before, go do something that you enjoy, go do something that makes you feel good, and go do something that when you come back to what you were dealing with or the situation, you wonder why the fuck you lost it in the first place, because you're in a good place now. And I just wish that everybody has that sort of realization over the holidays that if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Let it happen. If you don't want to be part of it, then just walk the fuck away and go do something else. And just don't let people try and control you, what you're wanting to do or the situation to their way. Especially if you're hosting Christmas. People expect you to bite your lip all the time for people's behaviours and their actions. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to have that in your family, then you show them the front fucking door and you ask them to leave. Have you ever came across anything like this in your life?
Yeah, I have, and it's not one of those things that I can literally sit there and remember right off the top of my head, because I tend to just, ignore it and try not to, put it in my
Head?
my mental.
Yeah.
So
So are you doing anything then for this time of year? Are you going back home? Are you celebrating in your house with your family?
well, unfortunately, with my job, I am on call Christmas
So
Day.
so you are, I forgot about that. You're on call on Christmas Day. Are you gonna do something on Christmas Eve? Oh, actually you'll be me on Christmas Eve, aren't you? So,
I'll be
um,
with you Christmas
not
Eve.
physically, not physically. Not he's still in America and I'm here in Scotland, so that's gonna be. It's just we're gonna be online. Basically, when we're doing stuff for Christmas Eve, it will probably be Christmas Day by the time I finish. Anyway, because of the time difference. Do you not going to do something like maybe in Boxing Day, like the day after, or
Well, I'll be working, so
so you can call the full holiday then?
yeah. So Christmas Day, I'm on call, but doesn't necessarily mean I'll get called out.
It's just in
It's
case
just
of emergency.
yeah, just in case of emergency. Sunday, the day beforehand, minus being with you, I think my dad and my stepmom are coming down so they can spend Christmas with my son. But other than that, we're gonna probably open presents Christmas Day morning. Hopefully, I don't get called out, and then see where the day takes us.
It's nice though. It's kind of relaxing.
Yeah, it sucks being on call. My dad actually works for a propane company. He goes on call Christmas Day, so he's on call from Christmas Day till the following weekend.
Does your dad stay close by?
He lives an hour and 20-minute drive.
Okay, I wasn't sure if any of your relatives actually did stay close by.
Yeah, just my dad. Everybody else still lives up in Ohio, which is about a 9-hour drive from here.
Which can't be nice in the winter when it can snow and shit.
Well, being a part of South Carolina, I'm gonna have a green Christmas.
Because
We
you don't
don't
get
normally
snow.
get snow.
No, we don't get snow really here either. I don't know if I showed you the picture. It literally lay on the ground and that's it. But my dogs wouldn't go out in it. They're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? It's like,
Yeah, if we do end up getting snow, it's usually February. So, but normally we don't ever get too much snow. But other than that,
Again, you can reach us at, as I said, confessions from the dark side at Gmail, or on our Instagram and Twitter, which is X. You can also get me Behind the Mash Reviews on Instagram, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and email, which is Behind the Mash Reviews at gmail.com, and it's spelled Bravo Free Hotel Indigo November Delta Tango Hotel 3 Mother Alpha 5 Kilo Reviews at gmail.com. And your email, I don't know your actual what email address you're using, but you have an Instagram as well. I mean, also
Instagram, LunarX Rising. My email is lunarxrising@gmail.com. You guys can also get a hold of me on Twitch if you need to. Again, LunarX Rising for my Twitch. I don't have my own personal Discord, but if you want to discuss or even be in a voice chat with Darcy and I, we can always add you into the Confessions Discord, and we can hold just a private chat, no recording, nothing like that, just us three talking, listening, and just being there for you guys. If that's something you guys want to do, Darcy and I will set up something and absolutely be there for you guys in any way possible.
So we hope that you have, well, it's not going to be before Christmas, so we will be checking in on Christmas Eve when we do our Discord movie stream, which we are going to be streaming Scrooged, and there will be commentary, and there will be chatting all the way through. Even though it's a movie, I just thought it would be a good idea to have it on in the background and have fun. But we'll be putting the times up for that because it's literally 11 days away, because December has went right through. Quickly, it really has. Basically in a blink, November went, now it's December and we're almost in January. It's fucking messed up.
Certainly is.
We will get the times up for that anyway. So we will be doing another one after Christmas as well, just to check in, see how everyone's getting on. And that's us for the now, because we've had a big podcast day today, big subject, so we have
Yes.
plenty of content coming out. So if again, don't let as many things get to you or bother you, and just try and suit yourself. Make sure that you're okay, and we will speak to you in the next one, I suppose.
Absolutely will, guys. Last quick thing before we get off here, guys. Stay safe. For those who are traveling, travel safe, travel smart.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. I'm pretty sure we've said that enough in our last podcast, but it still sticks.
It's a universal
It is.
statement
It
there.
is. Especially with this upcoming holiday season, guys. You guys don't know what anybody else is going through. Just stay positive, be kind to others, and again, safe travels, stay safe yourself, and enjoy the time that you have with friends, family, and remember to always look back at the better times and take a step back, take a deep breath, and remember why you need to smile.
Unless you look like the Joker from Arkham, then probably don't. That's me.
Yeah, don't do that. But other than that, guys, remember we're here for you guys. Reach out to us if you guys have anything you guys need to get off your chest. And stay safe. I'm Lunar Rising.
And I'm Darcy Darkness.
And have a good, happy holidays. Later.
Later.